Roadshow, the most fun you'll ever have on a Saturday night. The Roadshow, where the fun comes in all shapes and sizes.
If you wanted to give your mum a really special day out, what would you organise?
Wimpy.
The Roadshow.
It's me, Noel Edmonds.
You must be one of them good-looking chaps on television.
Oh, you're just saying that.
No, I'm reading it off this...
The Roadshow, the home of the Gotcha Oscar.
Now, this is a sort of Oscar clutched in a hand. Gotcha, okay.
And tonight we await the arrival of Stevenson's rocket. Welcome to the Roadshow. Yes, here we are at Darlington railway station, ready to see a new... Actually, I can't see anything. Yes, this could well be the dawning of a new age. Is George Stephenson's dream of steam as a method of power ever going to be a reality, or is it just so much hot air? Are we on the verge of the age of the train, in which case we'll be really chuffed? These are just some of the questions that we shall be addressing over the next 45 minutes or so. But first of all, let's hark back to last week. We were on the Costa del Crime. Very nasty situation by the pool. These gangsters grabbed me, put the concrete boots on, and chucked me in the pool. Except they weren't concrete boots, you see. They were made of foam rubber. And when we did it the first time, I floated.
Oh, is that my towel you've got?
No, don't pull that! Oh! I can't get up because my feet are floating away. Hopefully nothing will go wrong tonight here in Darlington for this magic moment in the age of steam. And we've got Wait Till I Get You Home. We're going to be meeting Andrew. And Andrew has already been in a spot of bother.
My name is Andrew Marshall. When I leave school, I will get a degree in chemistry at university. If I'm not in prison.
Why does Andrew think that he could end up in prison? All will be revealed in a while. But what about the history of the age of steam? I've got the book. It says it all. George Stephenson, 1781 to 1848. Mind you, he was due in at 1825. George Stephenson was born. His umbilical cord had a sign on it saying, penalty for improper use, £5. And I cleaned that up, actually. I tidied it up. Now, we hope to answer some important questions this evening, such as why is it there's always a man on the platform with a bicycle? And why is it that all station announcers sound as if they've got 2 bananas stuck up their nose? So these... Got some mad ads for you. Yes, would you buy something like a super deluxe shopping trolley? It's got wing mirrors, it's got lights, it's gold-plated, super tyres and whatever, and it's got a great feature. You go like that, or it goes down again. Isn't that a clever invention? Now, there are 2 things that we did to try and persuade people to take this particular trolley around the supermarket. First of all, we offered them a third off any of the items in the shop that had a gold star on it. And secondly, we got Chris Ormrod, who's a top salesman, to try and do the job. Would you fall for it? Would you want one? A lot of people... Thank you. Thank you, but a lot of people did.
Special offer today, all items bought using the gold trolley with a gold star on it, you'll get a third off the price. Now, marked around the store. We've got here a calculator, which enables you to add up the price of things.
Yeah, I get it. You just add it up as you go along.
Yeah. How about something that helps you add up your shopping when you're going around doing your shopping?
I'll do that in the grey box.
Do you often find it a problem in this store, because it's a slightly sloping floor, the trolley can sometimes run away with it? You find that a problem?
No.
Right. Watch this.
Oh.
And if you go around to the front, just walk around to the front very quickly. A series of hazard flashes. Okay, 10 pence and it's yours to take around today. All the what?
All the what? All the gold star off as a third off.
A third off. You'll see them clearly marked. Enjoy your shopping trolley.
It's a bit weird, isn't it?
You tell me when you come back and when you've tried it.
I'll take it in there, but is anybody else trying these?
Yeah, we've got another 5 in there going around at the moment.
They actually are going around, okay, so I'm not going to be the only one in there.
Oh, no, I didn't think of that. I didn't take it because of that, the Gold Star bar. It was just for the fun of it.
You do look very good with it.
Yes, I mean, look at the indicators. I mean, it's... I'm not told off for not indicating just now.
I know.
Yeah, she told me off. I said, there's no law that says you have to indicate. I mean, my husband tells me I can't drive, so he'd say I was lethal with this.
Yeah, I'd rather agree with him.
Is it working all right?
I think it is.
Yeah, good.
You can't bend in.
Yeah.
And then you just bring it to
Have you managed to get the Gold Star bar?
Not yet, no, I haven't seen any.
A little mug on the side here that you could just pop your teeth in. Give us a smile without it.
this, oh dear. I can't find any gold stars. What?
He's around, Eddie.
Thank you, Roadshow Club members. I always believe that it's very important that our show has a very strong educational flavour to it. So when we go back in time, it's important to understand a little bit about the history of the railways. This is the first ever return ticket. Now, of course, in order to make the railways successful, it's important to have the steel rails there, and these are sleepers. Once you've got the track, you need your rolling stock. And also, it's very important to have some motive power. And this is the locomotive, and this is the tender behind. Oh! If the train is a little late, it could well be because there's a cow on the line. And come on, this is all genuine stuff, you know. This is the earliest form of luggage rack. And finally, I wonder how many of you realise what this is. This is actually not just an engine, this is a steam engine. Some vital information, some important information about the railways, nothing to sing and dance about. And this is certainly nothing to sing about. It's the Lyric Game! And over on this side, we have Caroline Owen and Teresa Stafford. Good evening to you, ladies.
Good evening.
Caroline is an imbiber, a social tippler, a consumer of alcoholic beverage for recreational purposes. Once left the ladies' loo at her local pub with her shirt tucked inside her knickers.
It's not shirt.
Oh. You'd think someone would want to gloss over that very rather than go into great detail. Teresa, her nickname is Chipmunk because of her endearingly chubby cheeks. She likes to turn up for work wearing her brother's clothes. Well, I hope he doesn't do the opposite. And there's absolutely no mention that they know anything about music, so it seems like they're good contestants for our lyric game. And over here we've got Andrew Brown and Wayne Rundle, who are both hairdressers from Bristol. The daft thing about doing this show is the truth gets the biggest laugh. Andrew loves girls in hot pants and would like to be a politician because he lies so well. On the other hand, there's Wayne, who's also a hairdresser, and he's more of a new man and wouldn't mind staying at home with the kids.
Of course.
A closet Tom Jones fan.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah? What would you do with him in a closet, then?
That's like his songs.
Oh, you like his songs?
Oh, of course, yeah.
We will be having some nice railway songs for them. I Can't Stand More Rain, Give My Regards to Ealing Broadway, and Can't Get Used to Leaving You. However, we do have some excellent songs, and the first one sounds like this.
Your long-haired lover from Liverpool, I'll do anything you want. I'll be your long-haired lover from Liverpool.
Anybody else thinks he looks a bit like Del Boy? Here's a very beautiful, beautiful song.
Hearts in the world, there's too many dreams can be broken in two.
too many broken hearts in the world.
I love it. You just see them there dancing around their handbags, can't you? OK, this used to be a delightful song. It really was once.
Pretty woman, walking down the street, pretty woman, kinda like to meet pretty woman.
This could be a lot of fun.
Look for the bare necessities, those simple bare necessities, those simple things.
Oh, sorry, I'll put him off. I think I'll put him off, but on the other hand, I don't think he had a clue what he was doing anyway.
Yesterday, my troubles seem so far away. Yesterday.
Another one.
My lover, she's just a girl who says that I am the one, but the child's not myself.
And this could have an interesting result as well. Go!
Will I be famous? When
We were lucky we didn't go to yesterday again. 26 plays 39. A victory in the lyric game for the ladies this week. We must not be distracted from the seriousness of this visit to Darlington, because very shortly we shall see George Stephenson's new creation, the Rocket, pulling a train into this station. It'll be leaving Stockton in any moment now. And of course, the most wonderful thing is that you, watching live on BBC television, will be able to witness exactly this moment.
Well, I think we'd better quit now, don't you? Excuse me. Who are you talking to?
I'm talking to the millions of people out there who are watching.
Have you been at the old,
No. I'm Noel Edmonds.
I see, you're Noel Edmonds, and there are millions of people watching us.
Yes.
Yes, you've definitely been at the old,
Don't be like, look, I'm very keen on trains. What I really want to be able to do is get as much detail as possible, Mr. Stevenson, about the rocket.
No. You see, I'm not him. I am the station master. I'm a very busy man. I have a lot of work to do. You must excuse me. There's so much to do, you see. They're going wild out there. They're going wild out there as well, I think. Yes. You see, this is the first day, and I've been dashing about doing this and that, and I haven't even had chance to put any chocolate in the machine.
Well, I'm hoping that I can have a trip on the rocket.
Oh, not a prayer, not today. You see, this, if I may say so, and I will try very hardly, is the inaugural Solomon Holm. You know, the run thing.
How do you spell inaugural?
Spell it? I can't even say it.
There's no chance of me actually having a run on the rocket.
Well, not today. You see, it's all dignitaries today. It's all dignitaries. We've got the mayor of Darlington, Stockton, as a matter of fact. I actually saw the mayor of Darlington today.
Really?
He said to me, he said, look here, he said, if I blew your whistle, would you blush? Funny, eh? I said to him, if I pulled your chain, would you flush? I said...
I'm actually very disappointed, it has to be said, because I was hoping to get a seat near the window so I could look out.
A seat by the window so you could look out? This is a steam train, not an old people's home.
When did it leave?
Well, 11:25 on the dot, sir.
That's ridiculous. I mean, it's 5 to 6 now.
Is it? By jingo, you're right. Oh, I'm in a terrible mess. I'll have to make a station announcement. Excuse me, please. Oh, this is most important. Hello, here is a special announcement. The train on the Federal South is the main fault to the Premier Hall. Thank you.
I don't in any way want to be rude, but I did not understand one word of that.
Well, I told them there was a delay due to the signals, you see.
You haven't got any signal.
Exactly, I must get back to work. No signal. Here we go again. Again. Just a moment.
What?
What do you mean? What do you mean we haven't got any signals? Look here. You see, this is for go, you see, for go. Clever, isn't it? And this one here, this one is for stop, you see.
Yes, but you don't have a signal box.
Well, what do you think this is? Oh, that was a bit late. Thank you. Hello? This is Worship, the Mayor of Stockton.
Ah, is the train on its way?
Just a moment. Hello, Your Worship. Yes, I've just interrupted there. There's some mad living going on here. I don't know what's happening at all. He's in the middle of his speech.
Oh, is he?
Yes, he is. And you're having problems with one particular word. Well, let me help you, sir. No problem at all, sir. What is the word? Oh, yes, I know it well. It's, you pronounce it ignore. I have Mr. Edmonds for you.
Yes, thank you, Edmonds.
Yes,
hello, sir. Hello. Yeah, it's in the inaugural... You got me at it. Inaugural... It's the inaugural...
It's the first one!
Inaugural. It is one of those words, an inaugural. Anyway, I must say, the Gunge Tank game this season is really attracting a very high calibre of guest, and I'm delighted to say that one of this country's finest athletes is here on his his first visit to the Gunge Tank game. Steve Cram! All right. Great pleasure to meet you. I'm a great fan of athletics, and I must say, ignoring the medals, ignoring the BBC Personality of the Year, you've had a fantastic career, and now you're making a major career change because you've decided to move on from 1,500 metres to the 5,000 metres. For an athlete of your calibre, what problems does that present?
Well, first of all, an extra 3,500 metres.
Anyway, this is Angela Gibbons. This summer she was part of a can-can troupe that performed in the back of a truck. Do you want to know any more? Keen on tap dancing? Her ambition is to star in a West End musical. Right, give us a bit of tap.
No.
Come on. Oh, I think we'll turn on the tap straight away. OK, you know the form. We're going to play, in other words, you're looking for things associated with the railway. There's an availability of 7 prizes. They all carry different points. You've only got to get 5 of them. If the points add up to more than 100 or you go outside the 90 seconds allowed, this is the sound you will hear. And by way of a bonus, we ask you for the first prize first. What would you like?
Compact camera.
Right. Are you ready, Steve?
I am, yes.
Yeah, good man. I'm going to show you this one straight away. Time starts now. What's that say?
Hick.
Yeah, another word for in the nude, and it rhymes with huff.
Ticket.
Yes. Is another word for... Oh, crumbs, I can't think of anything to go with it. What's that say? Yeah, jolly good. Prize!
Shot TV, sorry.
The opposite of a miss, another word for a pub rhymes with din. Water coming out of the corner of your eye.
Tear.
Yes, sorry. Yes. And like that, if you do well at school, you get a... Yes.
Ticket.
And the small thing rhymes with heck.
Ticket inspector.
Another prize?
Beauty hamper.
Yes, fine. And yesterday the sun was out and therefore it...
Shone.
Yes. If you go to a place, you will rise with lay.
Pardon?
You will something there. You will... yes, very good. Oh, with a spoon, you go like that.
Station master.
Yeah. Station master, you're quite right. And the prize? Prize!
Ticket to Tenby.
Yes, certainly. It's a bit by the side of the road where you can pull in and... It's something you do... Oh, no, we've done that one. It's black stuff on the road. It's black stuff. Yeah. Pride. No, we haven't done it yet. It's where lots of people on a boat, or they are all grouped on a boat. Yes, but I don't think that's...
Oh, no, I want a prize!
sort of.
What's the good thing about them?
When they get old and you get married to them to do the housework and...
Have you got a boyfriend?
Used to.
Who was that?
I'm not quite sure of his name.
You must have been very close friends.
We were. I hardly knew him.
It says down here that you have got 2 girlfriends.
Two-timer.
Have you got a boyfriend?
I have. It's a secret.
Tell me who it is. I'm not listening. Matthew? Matthew Jones?
Matthew Rumble.
No one's called Matthew Rumble.
You don't know him, do you?
What's his name? Rumble?
Yeah. He's always got a rumble in his stomach as well.
I think we were very fortunate. That was the polite version of that. Every year I get a golden opportunity to present a Christmas Day show, and on that show we once again this year will be giving unusual gifts to very special people, a bit like the job that the Giftbusters does, except at Christmas we get well carried away. Last Christmas we gave a boat to a lady living on a remote island. We gave a bicycle to a brother who had done some wonderful things for his sister in Birmingham, and we relived a second honeymoon in Paris. We really do go to some incredible lengths. If there's something special for this Christmas that we can do for you, please, why not drop me a line to Noel's Christmas Presents at room 3305, the BBC Television Centre, Wood Lane, London, W12 7RJ. Now, the Giftbusters, of course, have all sorts of suggestions coming in, and this is a particularly nice one from Roderick Stewart of Stanhope Road in South Shields. And he wrote, "Dear Giftbusters, I hope this is worth a try. The situation is that, living here in the worst unemployment black spot in the country, South Tyneside, I haven't been employed for some very embarrassing time. Despite having worked very hard at getting a job, I haven't got one. My wife, Avril, purely and simply is the most wonderful and beautiful creature ever." And Roderick goes on to point out that Avril hasn't actually had the very best of health. However, the crux is this. Avril is bemoaning the sad fact we can't afford any great luxury in the sense of basic lingerie. She's right, and I can't do anything about it, except bang my head on the wall in helplessness. Yosser Hughes is alive and well, unfortunately. And he puts a PS, "I really do wonder what you will think of this request." Well, we thought it was a great idea. Nothing funny about that. Nice lingerie for a nice lady. Excellent gift. We took them on a sightseeing trip around London. Avril knew nothing about it. She thought she was just having a look at the sights of London. Chauffeur-driven Rolls-Royce. No suspicion even when she pulled into the Savoy, where the Giftbusters were waiting.
If you want help now, and you don't know how, all you do is call Giftbusters. If you need some way to make that day, who you gonna call? Giftbusters.
Good afternoon. Are you Avril Stewart? That must be Roderick. Hello, Roderick.
Hi.
Hi. Avril, welcome to the Savoy, London. Did you realise you were coming here? Where have you come from today?
South Shields.
South Shields. Have you been to the Savoy in London before?
Never.
Well, we've got quite a nice surprise for you, Avril. I think we better let you out of the car. I'm afraid we are going to have to talk about ladies' underwear. Hello. Do please come down. Hello, Avril. Very nice to meet you. Hello. Good afternoon. Good afternoon, Roderick. Hello. Avril. Does Roderick often sort of do interesting things for you?
I think he would if he could.
Ever been to a fashion show? Are you keen on fashion?
Yes.
Could I talk to you about underwear?
Discreetly.
Well, I think this is fairly discreet, you see. You do look terribly worried about this.
Just taken aback.
Totally taken aback?
Yes.
Totally, capital T.
Please come through. Just follow me. Over this side, please, Avril.
Would you all take your seats, please? Our fashion show is just about to begin.
Avril?
Yes.
We're talking underwear here. You all right for this? Yeah.
breathe deeply if you have a problem.
Our first lovely model is Jenny, in the beautiful silk satin Julia nightdress and coat. Jenny has always enjoyed a very successful career in modelling, especially Airfix. And wearing the Camilla nightdress and coat, Sarah is next. Sarah's last assignment was modelling animal skin coats. Donkey jackets, I expect. Lizzie is next in silk satin Paula pyjamas. Doesn't she look $1 million? Mind you, I think the top half's counterfeit. Now here is Diana in a lovely example of the full slip. Hasn't she got a beautiful complexion? She looks as though she bathes every day in ass's milk, then rubs herself dry with sandpaper. Here is Sarah wearing a beautiful Gabrielle bed jacket over camisole top and culotte. Sarah's complexion has been described as peaches and cream. Looks more like rhubarb and custard to me. These silk satin Susie short pyjamas, modelled here by Diana, are shown in light blue, piped in ivory. You know, Diana looked good in anything, especially a skip. And Sarah now shows us the Zara nightdress in black silk satin. Sarah owes her good looks to her father, who paid a whacking great fee to the plastic surgeon. There's just one more presentation to be made, but I think it would be safer if it was kept in my capable hands.
Avril, would you stand
Avril, with the compliments of the gift basket.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Sit down if you want. Are you all right?
Fine.
Well, we have got in there hundreds of pounds worth of Janet Rager lingerie, which is not from me, and it's not from anybody here, but it's from Roderick to you, because he contacted the gift busters and said that he would very much like to be able to afford to buy you some beautiful lingerie, but he couldn't do it. And could we arrange it? So it's his fault that you are now totally speechless. Just in case anyone thinks that you're not happy, would you like to tell us how you feel at the moment?
I feel ecstatic and I love him very much.
There's only one question, really. Now you've got all this lingerie, what do you think you're going to do with the rest of the day?
There you are, Mr. Edmonds. How
Station
lovely to see you.
master.
Now, are you ready for the run?
Yeah, this train is going to turn up, is it?
Oh, yes, they found the green flag, sir.
Now, look, I don't mean to be too rude about this, but the rocket doesn't go very fast, does it?
What are you talking about? 7 miles an hour? Woof! See, the human body can only stand so much. I mean, anything over 7 miles an hour, well, it would whip the head right off. Woof, you see? I mean, imagine standing up there with a sandwich in your hand and no head. You know what I mean? Yeah. There you are. You see, these inventors, they invent these machines, and they have no idea, you have no idea, have you, the power they unleash.
So this is George Stephenson,
Oh, yes, he built the rocket. Well, actually, I'm telling him you set out, you built the rocket.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Yeah. But he set out to build a kettle, actually. You see, a lot of interesting things came from the kettle, you know.
Yeah, so he was actually watching the steam coming from the kettle and he invented the drain.
No, he saw the steam and made himself a cup of tea. And then he invented the steam iron, didn't you?
Yeah, what was wrong with that?
It was only 2 people could sit in it, couldn't they?
That's right.
But then he saw the steam again.
And he invented the train.
No, then he had another cup of tea. But then he had his moment of brilliance. This is when you did the business, do you remember? He's a chitty face, I love him. This is where he invented the indoor loo, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Because it was all those cups of tea, you see.
And then he invented the train.
Yes, but you see, You got this dream, didn't you? You got the dream? Yes, I think he's having one now, to tell you the truth. You see, he had this dream that... He's had this dream there'd be thousands of steam engines hurtling through the night, London, Manchester, Scotland. Yeah. Of course, you know he's a bit like that, you realise that. The trains will be going down hills and up and through the vales, OK? But you must... This is what he said. The trains won't go over the hills, the engines. They're going to go... He said, for honest, my life, he said this. He said they're going to go through the hills. He's in that case.
They are. They're going to go through tunnels.
You're as mad as he is.
No, his vision is right. Trains are going to completely change the way that we travel. They're going to completely alter the horizons of civilization.
It took him a week to learn that, didn't it? Are you sure you've got enough time to wait here for this train?
Why not?
Why not? Because he's going to make the speech. Off you go, Stevie, make the speech.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the inaugural...
We've got time for a cup of tea.
Andrew is the young man who we met at the beginning of the show and who admitted that he was already in a lot of trouble, might end up in prison. Let's now meet his mum and dad, David and Thelma! Let's learn a little bit about you before we learn it from Andrew. Now, I understand Thelma's nickname is Custard. Because she's sweet, but not because she's thick.
That's correct.
Good. And David dislikes animals and salad, and Thelma likes animals around the house and adores salad. So what do you think drew you two together, then?
Animal magnetism, I guess.
Was it? Yeah. With the salad dressing on as well. Good. You've got nothing to worry about. This is going to be perfect. The first prize on offer is a guard's flag and whistle. Come back. We haven't waved it yet. I asked Andrew about the naughtiest thing he'd ever done. Did he say, I put springs on Grandma's Zimmer frame and now she's the town's pogo champion? When he was sunbathing, I superglued some birdseed to Dad's head. I threw some stones once, or something else.
I threw stones, I guess.
You've got no doubt about this.
We know about it, yes.
Would you like to tell me about this naughty occasion, please?
I was mucking about with Peter and Simon, and Simon said, I'll throw a stone at that car, and Peter said, I'll throw one too.
Did you throw a stone?
Yes.
How big was the stone?
A small one, they were like gravel, if you know what I mean.
Mm-hmm.
And they only scratched the car, but that still cost money.
I was told that someone threw something bigger than gravel.
That was Simon.
What did you throw?
That sort of size.
Very nearly a rock. And whose car was it?
The vicar's.
Well, were you in luck because it was the vicar? Did he forgive you?
Yes, but we still had to pay £5.
£5? Did that seem like a lot of money?
Yes, providing I only get 50p a week pocket money. It was out of my pocket money.
OK, we're now playing for the travelling vanity case. Well, I don't think it's actually going to travel far on this train, but my second question to Andrew, what's the second naughtiest thing that you've ever done? Now, did he say, oh, well, I rang up J.R. Hartley and told him his book was rotten? When the Jehovah's Witnesses knocked, I let them in? Or I put a whoopee cushion under Mum's pillow? Or was it something else?
You put a whoopee cushion under my pillow.
What's the second naughtiest thing you've ever done?
Put a whoopee cushion under my mum's pillow. And when she went to sleep.
did she say about that?
She was cross. And my dad was to wake him up.
I'm not going to ask you what you said to your wife when she woke you up that way. Anyway, so we move on to the train set. Have Mum and Dad got any bad habits? Now, did he say, have they? Do fish have fingers? Or Mum uses the vacuum machine at the petrol station to clean the fluff out of her navel? Or, well, my dad does use mild expletives. Or we offer you another option.
What did you think?
I think it's singing.
Singing?
Mm-hmm.
In what sense, singing?
I embarrass the children by singing in public occasionally.
So is that what he latched onto? Have either of them got bad habits?
My dad swears sometimes. Well, one time is when he was fixing the cat flap on in the garage because it's one of those nail-in ones and he'd hit his thumb.
Why do you need a cat flap so the cat can get in the garage?
Yeah, because my dad doesn't like cats, but the other three of us do. So, and he says, I'm not having the cat in the house. If the cat flap's put anywhere, it'll be put in the garage.
So has the cat got a car then?
It's got a pram though.
You're wrong about the singing.
Yeah.
Unless, of course, you swear to music, of course. So the next question is for the cold cup of coffee. I asked Andrew, how would you describe Dad? Now, did he say, like a bad temper on legs? Like a not-so-good-looking Freddy Krueger? Nothing special? Or I'd go for something entirely different if I were you.
Nothing special.
How would you describe your dad? I mean, is he a happy character?
Happy, as long as you're not naughty. I found that out.
He rates you very highly there. Now, we're playing for the breakfast hamper. That's a curled bacon sandwich and a pork pie with metal fatigue. Andrew mentioned you once had a hamster called Dennis, but not anymore.
That's right.
So, obviously I had to ask him what did happen to Dennis. Now, did he say, well, he was coaxed away by a family who had a cage with a turbocharged wheel? We bought him some bifocal contact lenses, which make everything look bigger, and he went out and picked a fight with the Hell's Angel. Dennis died. Or something else.
Dennis died.
And what happened to Dennis?
He died after a time.
Oh. Why?
Old age.
How do you know it was old age?
Because he was quite an old hamster. He was 3 years old. It may not sound old to us, but it's old for a hamster.
What did you do with him?
We buried him inside a whoopee cushion. Just to protect him. We don't go in that part of the garden anymore.
That must have been a very noisy funeral.
No, it wasn't that.
Huh?
It was deflated, you see. I deflated it myself.
Is that a true story?
No. I made it up.
You better brace yourself for this, Thelma. This is the big one. The Station Master Gnome, everybody. I asked him, if you were given one go in a time machine, where would you want to go to? Now, did he say Darlington on the day Stephenson's rocket arrived? Darlington any day except Wednesday, which is half-day closing except on the 8 weeks up to Christmas. Anywhere but Darlington. You're going to have to use your imagination now.
No idea.
No?
Florida?
No idea.
Go for
Florida, I guess.
Something else. If you were given one go on a time machine, where would you like to travel to?
Back in time and then stop where I was throwing stones and not do it. Because I regret it now.
The
home is yours, and here's Andrew. Well, I think you've done very well there. You've recovered that situation with the stones and everything. I asked him if I could buy you a toy, what would you like? And so, did he say, a brass nutcracker with my initials engraved on it, £1.50 of garlic, a radio-controlled monster truck? Or did he say something entirely different?
Radio-controlled monster truck.
Yes. Probably a radio-controlled monster truck.
So, Andrew, is this the moment where you're expecting to see a radio-controlled monster truck? No? Why not? Your parents correctly identified it. There's just one thing. It just occurs to me that the vicar who owned the car might well be looking in on the Roadshow this evening, and I wondered if you wanted to say anything to him straight down the camera. Do you want to...
Sorry.
Well, his name was the Reverend Mark Morgan. I mean, would you recognise me if you saw him again? Yes, ladies and gentlemen, the Reverend Mark Morgan. Is it all mates now?
Oh, absolutely. If there are any dents in this, I didn't do it.
Oh. Great, it made a lovely story. Thank you all very much indeed, and particularly thanks for coming along, Mark. Andrew, brilliant. Sitting there thinking, what a terribly cruel thing to do. Well, actually, Andrew, you've got to watch next week's show, because you're not the only person who has a spot of bother when they come close to a car. It's a gotcha Oscar for sportsman Bob Wilson.
So exactly how will they be stopping the car thief from getting into any car they choose?
What a day, eh? What a day.
Oh, look, is this train actually going to turn up?
Oh, any minute now. What are you reading?
Oh, it's a novel by Charles Dickens. It's absolute rubbish.
Well, give him a chance. He's only 3.
Hang on, I can hear a train! Everybody, I can hear a train!
Our first look at the world's first train. Get ready, everybody. Here it comes, the first train. What a day!
Hang about! What happened?
Ah, yes. Well, unfortunately, that train doesn't stop here, you see. But don't worry, I've laid on a bus for you this way.